Greetings, fair and awesome people across the grand and mighty spectrums of time, and indeed the multiverse. I continue to remain Alexander Gordon Johans. I am thinking about changing my name to Robert. But, I am for the moment Alexander Gordon Johans, and it's a new year. A new year in which I remain as imbecilic as ever. Yes, yes, I am not the smartest man in the world, and I know this because every now and again I like to tread my foot well and truly in the shit. And I have been doing that. And it's always fun dealing with the aftermath when you realise you really should not have done something. No incident to refer to particularly, because I'm just kind of on a roll of fucking things up. But I said, you know, I suppose as a concluding statement of my drunken review of 2016, that I thought 2017 was going to be the year that I would actually, despite all the shit that would go down, because the shit is going to go down this year. You know, like, 2016 was when we voted for Trump and Brexit. 2017 is when we have to deal with the consequences of Trump and Brexit. Right? Like that's when these things start fucking mattering, right? Well, I mean, okay, we don't know about Brexit because nobody knows about Brexit, but, you know, the Tories can't exactly stall for an entire goddamn year. Right? At some point, they have to do something with regards to Brexit. So, yeah, like, 2017 is going to be bad, but I said 2017 was going to be the year I would be okay. And despite treading in some shit, right, I'm okay. And it's little things. Little tiny things that don't really make much of a difference to the world or even to my personal life, but improve things slightly. Like the fact that I have got a much sort of better arrangement and room life here, right? You know, okay, I must talk about, so, where do I begin with this stuff? Okay, so, let's talk about the initial impact of the room being moved around. And yes, I'm still bitter about the lack of a bed there, and that the mattress is on the floor, and I will continue to be bitter about that, because being bitter is sort of my default state, particularly when it comes to people who have wronged me in the past. Not that I keep grudges or anything, but because of that, right, I can now look out into the wider world. I don't. And the reason I don't is that the wider world is fucking bright. It's goddamn fucking bright. And whereas before I was facing the wall and it would be bright to the point where I would have to have blackout blinds in order to be able to actually see the fucking screen, and to where if I was going to do any kind of video, the only way to see my face was if I had the blackout blinds and I had a fucking front light. Like, yes, now I am not in silhouette, right? Whereas that was the case before, now I'm just facing the window so I get blinded. And that's not good. It's not good to be blinded. So unfortunately, this whole great thing of like, no, I could look outside and oh look, oh it's a tree, oh and there's the sky, oh look there's a lamppost. Isn't Britain beautiful? Can't really do that because it turns out that it's really fucking bright. And, like, I don't want to go blind. I mean, I am going blind in that there are literally kind of cataracts growing in my eyes over time until sooner or later I'm going to have to get them surgically removed from my eyes. But, you know, I don't want to go blind faster and more irreversibly. So I have to still have the blackout blinds. But what it does mean is that I have the sort of the sides of the blinds retracted, right? So that there is natural light that just comes in. Natural light comes into the room, and it's glorious. And okay, this sounds ridiculous because, like, it's the most obvious thing in the entirety of the world because, you know, we're humans and not vampires. But, like, just feeling daylight on the skin just genuinely makes you feel better. It's just, this is normal, this is natural, I feel part of the actual world and not like some kind of hobgoblin squirreled away in a cave somewhere. Like, no, that's actual sunlight that is being blasted from a great fusion reactor in the sky that is blasting out radiation across the cosmos through layers of carbon dioxide and clouds and pollution and dog shit all the way through my double glazing to land in my room, scattering about so that I can actually see things. And it's bloody glorious and beautiful. And, like, vitamin D! Good to have it! Good to have vitamin D. And, like, I've got a nice setup now. I've got a nice setup. In the sense that, you know, I can actually look out the window, right? When it's not so bright. Because, as you just saw me doing, I can sort of part the middle and go, ah, look, a lamppost! But also because, like, this is a good desk. I like this desk. This desk is nice. And it's got two good drawers. I mean, they're not exactly put in well because I'm a fucking moron when it comes to putting things in desks, but you know, they're there and they're useful and they work more or less. Totally not like the back of that is falling out or anything, but it's functional-ish. But you know, I've got my cookie clicker machine here. I know you can't see it, so but trust me, actually, yes. And I'm about to bring up a prop because yes, yesterday I did a big walk into Woking, and I was walking in there for fun, but also because I am fed up of wireless. I am fed up of wireless keyboard and mouse. I am fed up of the faffing around. I wanted a wired keyboard and mouse, and I have ordered some speaker pillars. Right, so I wanted to get the cables for them to rig that up. So, but I went in and I saw that, and I had checked the account, how much money I had in my account, and I had basically just over £100 in my account. And I saw these. That is a Corsair K30 Corsair K30 keyboard and a Corsair Qatar gaming mouse. I could have gone for the more expensive, like £80 flashier Raptor Android Cobra, whatever it is, keyboard, but like, no, I don't need to go there yet, because I can barely get Skyrim to 30 FPS on a good day. So there's no point me going for ultra flashy McFlash on the keyboards. But what this has given me is that thanks to the purchasing of another wireless USB hub, I can now actually use a proper wired keyboard and mouse, since the ones that were on my desk are now by the bed. And B, this keyboard, lovely keyboard, it lights up. And I'm really not sure if you can see that, but yes, this lights up. Yes, red. Okay, and the main purpose of the whole lighting the keyboard thing, I thought that was just like pointless flashiness, right? But it turns out that with the whole way the passing of the sun works, and the lighting situation and stuff, sometimes it's bright enough that I can see things and do things, but the keyboard can't really see the keys and stuff like that. So having the LEDs there to just allow you to not have to turn on the light when you don't need to, and you can just go blip, easier to see, just a little quality of life improvement. Very subtle, makes things just a little bit easier, less faffing around. It means that I don't have to be sat inside all the time with the curtains closed and the lights on and have everything all the same. I can actually experience the day cycle and still be able to use the keyboard. And it is a good keyboard and mouse. And there is one feature about this which other keyboards I have had before may have had, but I know this one has, which is that with this, I can pause iTunes with a single button press. Middle of playing a game, phone goes off. Press button on keyboard, remove headphones, answer phone. That one thing is going to save me so much aggro. So much aggro. Just being able to go, no iTunes, I need to do a thing now which needs my ears. And I don't want to have to exit my game. I haven't actually used it yet, but like, just knowing I've got that is like a weight off my mind. And because of the way the room is sort of rearranged, I've actually gained more plug sockets, and I have more space, because the way the room was before, there was one plug socket there, right, that was basically being used to run everything, right? And I had, you know, my big fuck off chair of laundry and stuff that was right there, which meant I couldn't actually use that entire cupboard for things, and it meant I couldn't make use of the plug socket in there because there's a big fuck off thing of clothes and shit in the way. And the two plug sockets that were there, I could only use them for the alarm clock because there was literally, like, I had to reach my hand behind a cabinet and a thing and a doodad and what's it. Whereas now, the room is rearranged, I can access all the plug sockets, and because things need to be nearer other things and stuff, this cookie clicker machine, which I'm going to use this as a prop to sort of show, like this is level. Okay. Okay. This is level with the cookie clicker machine, right? That's literally just to the very left of my desk, right? That means I've got the whole space in the middle of the desk to use, which means I've got my bed, not my bed, my bin under the desk, right? Because again, right, when I had the desk over there, I had the big fuck off sort of chair of clothes and all that garbage that was sort of sat right here. And there would be and then all the sort of plates and stuff would be here. And so I couldn't really use what was under there. And yeah, my bin was right there where I suppose the cookie clicker machine is now. But I'm not left-handed. I'm right-handed. I drink things with my right hand. I eat things with my right hand. So to be able to, you know, finish drinking something, pop it straight in the bin. Finish eating something, pop it straight in the bin. Finish wiping my nose, pop the tissue straight in the fucking bin. And I don't know if you can notice, but the old bedside table that had all the used tissues on it, the old bin beside my desk that had all the old tissues in, that bin is now under the desk. What that means is that the tissues do not go on top of the table, they go under the table in the bin. I have two separate bins in the two locations that I am ever going to be, and they are easy and clean to empty, and the room's clean. The room is clean. Like, okay, it has just been Christmas, so like there are still some crisp packets and stuff, but it's easy to keep clean. It's not a case of one bin between two positions. Christ, it's bloody sounded like the Kama Sutra now. Yes, one bin between two positions where the tissues go. No, now there is multiple things and places and stuff, and like there are places for plates to go, but there's nothing that plates can fester. Right? At least not in the moment. And it's like I've got access to shelving once again, and the fact, like the thing that really makes a difference is the fact that the bed, because it's on the floor, There's no effort about it. No fuss, no tripping over stuff because it's right by there. Right? I can literally fall into bed now. Which I shall now demonstrate because I'm a tit. Hey! And hey presto, in the bed. And from here, I can easily switch on the computer. I am an idiotic tit face, I know. But it's all easy and nice and simplistic and it works. And yeah, the fact that I don't need to have a front light, I don't need to have a backlight, I don't need to be staring into a light to record these videos anymore. It's wonderful. And like I now have a nice clear corridor into the place, right? All the little pokey things of pokiness, right? Gone. Now it's a straight shot in. If I need to carry big stuff out, big stuff in, it's easy. And that makes it so much nicer, and yeah. And I've got space under here for my mini bike, which you will now hear. That is me on my mini bike. And I have my booze. My booze. My booze. I am showing you all the booze that I have not yet drunk, but that I will drink. I promise you, this booze will be drunken, yes. Jack Daniel's original recipe Tennessee honey, finely crafted honey liqueur from the makers of Jack Daniel's Tennessee whiskey, 35% volume. From Lynchburg, Tennessee. Oh God in hell. Oh Christ, I'm going to hell for that. But there's literally a place in Tennessee called Lynchburg. I did not know that. Well, yes sir, down in here in Lynchburg, Tennessee, we have the finest crafted Jack Daniel's whiskey with a balanced flavor and it's exceptionally smooth and the highest quality, and yes. Oh God, I wonder why it got that name. Lynchburg. Oh God, I'm going to hell. For a lot of other things as well. Yeah, things are good. Things are good. And I'm gonna go for a walk now. And also, I have a proper shaver. I am actually quite annoyed that this is surprisingly high maintenance. But yes, the Braun S3, and observe, the neck beard is gone. I mean, I'm kind of trying to grow it back, but you know, like, I have a proper shaver so that when I get the proper beard and then I get sick of it, I can actually get rid of it. So, yay! Yes, things are good. So So, yeah. Although, unfortunately, several of my aunts have got cancer. That's shit. But then what are you gonna do? It's life, isn't it? It's just shit. But, still, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good going forward this year. And, like, I feel from my, from my endeavours with this sort of Schrodinger's apprenticeship that I am ready to go out into the world of work and try agencies or whatever to try and do that. I mean, and the thing is, I did walk into Woking, right? And, like, yeah, it killed my heel, but part of the reason it killed my heel was because I've essentially got weird feet. So I am now trying with insoles, and hopefully that will avoid me killing my heels in future. But hopefully I will actually be able to walk into Woking like I do walking up that hill, and then I'll be free. Like, because from Woking you can get to all kinds of places and stuff. Yeah. Things are good. Or at least they're a whole lot better than they have any fucking right to be. And I have decided, on balance, weighing up the pros and the cons and the arguments on either side, that I don't actually care if feminists hate me anymore. Don't actually care. Like, yeah, what I do, what the fiction I write, it's not great. It's not great fiction, and it's not feminist fiction. It's not fiction that is going to win feminist awards. It is not fiction that feminists are going to look at and feel pleased about. The fiction that I write, were it part of the mainstream, would be very indeed part of rape culture. But you know what? I'm not a big Hollywood producer. I'm not some massive Hollywood director. I'm not writing for the BBC. I'm Mr. Nobody followed by 2,000 Nazis because they thought it was funny to follow a guy who looks like he's got a potato face. I'm not exactly gonna turn back the clock on feminism because I write some fucked up smut. So, yeah. So long as I remain not a dickhead to women in real life, so what if I write some shit? So yeah. I am at peace with myself. At least at the moment, because, life is life and life likes to kick you. But, I'm good. I'm good. And, to all those who have wished me a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you. May the New Year be less shit. Because, well, can't really get much shitter than last year, can it? Anyway, I'm gonna go for a walk. My poor foot holds up. See ya! Thank you to all my Patreons at patreon.com for helping to make videos like this possible. If you wish to leave a like or dislike to rate the video for my analytics, that would be much appreciated. Comments are always welcome, though be aware that they will be moderated before being published, so please be civil. If you liked this video, please consider adding it to your favourites, sharing it to your friends, or subscribing. If you wish to help me out, or my channels, please consider whitelisting my videos in your adblock software, subscribing for monthly donations through Patreon, or giving a small one-off donation. Alternatively, I have a Steam wishlist for games I would consider let's playing or streaming, so if you would like to see me broken before the Dark Souls altar, or just happen to have gotten a duplicate of a game in a humble bundle, then you know what to do. I also have an official Facebook fan page, Twitter account, Tumblr, Reddit and blog, so you can stay up to date with all of my videos, blog articles and the things I care about. Links are in the video description. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I think that all that now needs to be said is ban all guns, institute universal basic income now, and ensure government is elected by proportional representation. Oh, and also, fuck the racists and fuck the alt-right.